Our next guest is the star of the very popular ABC television program, Ugly Betty. Please welcome the very lovely America Ferrera. How beautiful you are. Lovely. Tell us about yourself. I'm not going to say how old you are. You can say it if you want, but you're just a kid, really. You're really just a kid, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you always want to be an actor? Is that what the deal was?
Yeah, I was really young. I was like 7 when I knew that's what I wanted to do.
And do you remember the moment? Was it a show or an actress or somebody that you admired?
Yeah, I got my hands on a VHS of the TV movie version of Gypsy with Bette Midler, and I learned every single step and every word and every breath, and then from that moment on, I wanted to be Bette Midler.
Me too.
Yeah.
And tell me about your family. Do you have a big family?
I'm the youngest of 6 kids.
Now, what is that like, for heaven's sakes?
It's pretty intense. I mean, I learned how to defend myself really early on, and it's also great. You know, you hate them, and then you love them, and then you hate them again.
Yeah. Do they, as the baby in the family, do they always look out for you? Do they always protect you?
Definitely. I mean, they were always picking on me, but the second there was somebody else out there, you know, teasing me. I mean, my name was America, so I got teased a lot in school, and anytime anyone teased me, they were the first ones there. Actually, one of my sisters, her nickname for me was Bush, because, I'll explain, because, sorry, I'll explain, because, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Because, okay, I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes, we'd like to know why.
because my middle name is Georgina, and so I used Georgina instead of America because it wasn't easy growing up with the name America, but then people would call me George Washington or George whatever, and she called me George Bush, and then it just got tightened to Bush. And then that was my nickname, but anytime anybody else would call me that, she was the first one to beat them up.
And now help me out on this Ugly Betty show. Now, first, did it start in Mexico?
It started in Colombia.
Colombia?
Yeah, but there's one in Mexico, and there's one in Israel, and Germany, and France, and Spain, and everywhere. Right.
And have you met other Ugly Bettys?
Yeah, actually, the Mexican Ugly Betty, actually, her name is Letty. It's Ugly Letty.
Ugly Letty.
In Mexico. She does a cameo in our finale episode.
Well, that's very nice.
Yeah. And we got to, like, commiserate about what it was like to be ugly. or be, you know, that Betty, like talking with the braces.
Yeah. Now, what is that? Those you got to put those on and wear them for how many hours a day?
Like I'm working like, you know, anywhere between 15 to 17 hours a day. So.
And did they just pop on?
They just pop in and pop out, but it's like I can talk normal in them, but one of the really weird side effects is that I drool a lot. So.
Cool.
And we just finished our first season, and they did a gag reel, and so there was like a whole section of like everyone saying the F word when they forgot their line, and then people saying the S word, and then there was a whole section that was just drool. And it was like 25 outtakes through the season of like drooling, and it was not good.
It's Drooling Betty.
Yeah.
Now you play a character named Ugly Betty on a show named Ugly Betty, and so what kind of reaction do you get from young girls who wear braces? Or think of themselves as less than the perfect ideal of a young woman?
Well, they love Betty. I mean, they love being represented. But the point of the show is that braces and glasses don't make you ugly.
Right.
You know, it's like the title is ironic. You get that. You get like, it's like... But it's like... She's not really ugly. That's the point. You don't think Betty's ugly. Well, you said it yourself.
No, I don't think Betty is ugly. But some people might be dumb enough to think that people thought Betty was ugly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But you have young girls look up to you and admire you.
And they love it. I mean, when I see girls with braces and glasses and they're not ugly. I mean, that's the point. You don't judge people that way.
So the whole thing is you're not really ugly at all.
No, she's one of the most beautiful, you know, she's beautiful. That's the point, that she's like the most beautiful person there. You're gonna get me out of a job and then you're gonna pay my rent.
Oh, no.
You're trying to get me fired.
No. You don't want to come live with me. But then it should be Beautiful Betty.
Well, she is beautiful, but again, the title is ironic.
It's ironic.
Yeah.
Anyway, the show continues Thursday. Do you have a big finale, a big season? And that's when the Mexican Ugly Betty comes on?
Yeah, and I go to, and yeah, it's great. It's big cliffhangers, and I've never been on a series before, so it's fun to like then have a job after it's all done.
Well, good for you. Great pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Thank
hey,
you.
look, put the thing in here. America Ferrera.